Welcome guys, I'm Keegan with Seared and Smoked, and today we're doing a 6-month review of the Rec Tec 700 pellet grill. Yeah, so I've had this for around 6 months, maybe a little more at this point. I've used it a lot in the spring, the summer this year, and as you've seen some of the videos I've put out, and some people really asked for these different reviews, just do kind of maybe a 6-month rehash on it to see if I still like the product, see what my overall thoughts are now that I've owned it and used it for 6 months. And I'm just gonna roll off the cuff here what I really like and some things I don't like about the smoker for you to think about if you haven't purchased it and whether it's right for you. So the things that I really like about the smoker, it's convenient. I never had a pellet grill before. It really is convenient. Now that I have a child, I can certainly appreciate that. When I first got into smoking, I didn't think I'd ever really have a pellet grill, but I do realize I think there's one spot for me to have a pellet grill somewhere out here on the patio. Other things that I really like about it are also kind of coupled with convenience. The fact that you have a 40-pound pellet hopper behind this thing and it still looks great is amazing. The design and the build is great. Number one, that was the thing I noticed right away, and that's still true. I've never had anything go wrong on a cook ever with this. It's always worked as advertised, and no workarounds, nothing needed, no restarts, anything. It works great. And the fact that it has a 40-pound pellet hopper and you can smoke through the weekend with this thing pretty much. You could pretty much start it Friday afternoon and go into Sunday. I've never quite done that, but you could, and that's awesome. One of the other things I like is just the temperature controller itself. You can actually calibrate it. So if it's not dialed in correctly, you can change the settings on it so it is dialed into perfect temperature for your desired thermometer. So if you're using a ThermoWorks, ThermoPro, whatever, something like that, you can dial it into the temperature you want it to be from that reading, which is really cool. I also really like the consistent results you get with it. Everything's very repeatable. So that there's something to be said for that. If you're someone who likes precision and you want things to be done at a certain time and start at a certain time, the pellet grill could be for you. Going back to the overall build quality, I still think that's a big plus for this grill. The grates are thick, they're heavy. Everything is heavy on this grill. I don't see this, deteriorating over time. And also the warranty they have behind it says so. So 6-year warranty, that's pretty much unheard of that I know of. And no questions, no asks. Their support team is great. Everybody has a story about how great their support team is when they do have a problem, so you can certainly appreciate that. As far as smoking results, things that I really like, I really enjoyed the ribs I've made on these, and there were some of the better ribs I've had as far as tenderness and everything like that. Flavor was there, not quite as much smoke, which you're not going to get with any meat on the smoker. It's not a real heavy smoker, but the smoke flavor is there. It's just dialed back from obviously a stick burner or a charcoal smoker, whether it be a Weber, Smoky Mountain or a Green Egg, Kamado Joe, those smokers. So you just have to temper your expectations if you're comparing it across the board to other smokers. Okay, now let's get to the things that kind of bother me about it. Main thing for me is noise. And that's just a pellet smoker thing. This isn't particular to Rec Tec. I'm not picking on them. But me, I like chilling on the patio. I like music on. I like talking to my friends. Maybe you have a TV on. And that sound of the smoker is definitely quite noticeable if you're within proximity, sitting next to the smoker. So that's something to think about, whether the noise is going to be a problem or you want to locate the smoker maybe away from your main conversation area. And then the other thing that I think is still kind of an issue is the fact that it doesn't have an integrated second shelf. This is a big ass smoker, so you can fit a lot on it. It's not a huge problem, but for me, I really would like that second shelf integrated and not some sort of add-on clunky shelf you put in there. I'm still gonna pick on that one a little bit. And one thing that I know some people don't like is the pellet hopper not having a dump chute, which I haven't found to be a big deal, but I would caution you, don't throw 40 pounds in there if you're really unsure about that pellet or you like to switch a lot. For me, it's not such an issue. I only use 2 or 3 different types, and it's not a big deal, but some people have brought that up. And on the performance side, one thing that could be better is just how fast it can increase temperature. So I really think this smoker is more of a smoker, not so much of a grill. I don't think I haven't really. I've used it some for searing, but I haven't used it a lot because it's not that enjoyable compared to a charcoal grill if you have one, or even a gas grill if you're trying to sear something. So I'd use it as a smoker, occasionally to sear something if you had to, but I would still rely on my other grills for that. It takes a long time to get up to 450 plus 500 degrees in those range if you're trying to sear something, even with the grates, the searing grates. It takes a long time, so be prepared for that. If you're trying to do it, heat that grill up early. It's gonna take a while. Okay, so let's just talk about overall gut feel, flavor, all those things a smoker stands for. This is a quality smoker. I'm never gonna say don't get this smoker to anybody, because it's made well, it does the job well. If you want a pellet smoker, I think you should consider Rec Tec, I really do. But for me, it's all about the soul of a smoker. You know, being like yourself, the smoker you're connected to, how the food tastes, whether you're eating with a big group of people or you're just making something that is selfish for yourself and you just want to enjoy the perfect ribeye steak alone. You know, I think the flavor is most important in the end when you're recommending a product. And my soul is still gonna lie with the charcoal smokers, charcoal grills. And this will probably have a spot on my patio for quite a while unless somebody makes me an offer I can't refuse. And if I did get rid of it, I'd get a smaller pellet smoker. I'm just not sure I want to dedicate so much square footage of patio space to a large pellet smoker. So I'm always going to probably go back to green eggs, Weber kettles, things of that nature, just based on flavor. But this is still a great grill. I'm not going to tell anybody not to get it, like I said. And they make a great product. Rec Tec, if you're listening, you want me to review any of your other products, I'd be happy to do so, because I'm curious what their next step forward is, what they're going to innovate on. I think they've pushed the boundaries as far as what a pellet smoker can look like. It looks badass and has great functionality. And you know, if they add something in their arsenal next time, I think it'd be, how do you amp up the searing part of a grill, which they have other models that can do that well, you know, like the Bullseye and things like that, which I haven't used, but I think they probably have other models that can tackle that. But I'd be interested to see what they push forward going forward in the future with this grill. So love my charcoal grills, gonna keep this one for a while. It might eventually go and get replaced with a smaller pellet grill. That's my take. Leave any questions down below if you have any specific questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you hear it seared and smoked, where we get together once in a while, look at grills, make great recipes, share anything good I have in the backyard. All right, we love you. See you next time.